Manchester City and Chelsea in the final of Champions League. Let me say that I haven't slept. I haven't actually slept. I woke up and I'm like, bruh, we need to win this game. So I gotta say I'm not really that nervous right now. But when it's like 5 minutes before the kickoff, my stressometer will go all the way up. Tuchel, he made me less nervous because he filled me up with much more confidence. The videos that are on the internet, like where he says that we're gonna win the Champions League air, and where he imitates Pep Guardiola, it's just funny. And it's good to see that players and the manager, they have a bit fun before the final, because I think like they don't really it's like they don't really feel the pressure, if you get what I'm saying. Because if you're a sportsman, and if you go to competitions, you're very nervous. You try to keep calm, but you're still nervous. And when you actually go on the ring and start fighting, like whether it be football or box or anything, it's like the pressure is always when you start, actually. But before that, it's like not really much of that. And it's good to see that they're not really pressured before the final, and hopefully they will go out with so much confidence that fully. By the way, Chelsea fans that are will be in the stadium in Porto, let's get really pumping, okay? We need all guns blazing. All the fans have to be really energetic, because it's the last game of the season. You don't know when we're gonna end up in the Champions League final again. So let's actually give it our best, Chelsea fans, because we need our players need that confidence. They need to feel our support, and let's be a part of this big win, all right? Anyway, let's move to the lineup. Before that, I think Gundogan is not actually playing, so that's a massive boost for us. And I think this just gives us much more confidence going into the final. And then let's get into the lineup then. Goalkeeper, that's just super obvious. That's the easiest choice. It's Edouard Mendy. Hopefully his ribs are really fine. Hopefully he doesn't need to get subbed. But if it does go down to penalties, I want to see Kepa save them, because Kepa is a much better penalty taker. I think he has, I think, more confidence. But anyway, hopefully, all I'm saying is that I think Kepa is much better at penalties. But Edouard Mendy will start this game, and he's been our best goalkeeper this season, and he needs that clean sheet, because I think he already break a record that he's the best with clean sheets in UCL history, I think. But let's keep that record. Anyway, let's go to the center backs. That's not tough, I would say, because I rule out Christensen, and that's because he hasn't had much playtime before the final this past month, since Thiago Silva came in from the injury. And I would say Rudiger. Man, I love Rudiger. He's such an entertaining guy, because I remember this Zidane, or what do you call it? The Zidane feint, and against Leicester. That was funny. I was laughing for 10 minutes straight. It's just that shows that he's confident. When there are fans, he's confident, all right? He scored a goal, and he feels that energy from the fans. So that's my point. We have to support and give our best. We have to, if we need to actually rip our glands out, we have to shout, and shout. Anyway, let's move on to the second center back. It's Thiago Silva. No doubt there. He needs to win this. He is gonna be really heartbreak if he doesn't win a UCL before retiring. He's been in the final with Tom Tuchel before, like a year before, and I think it's all lining up. It's Tom Tuchel, Silva. I think it's just all lining up. We have to win this time. And okay, next, it's I don't know. It's Aspilicueta or Reece James at this position. It's all about the positioning. And I think Aspilicueta, he will actually stay at center back, and Reece James will be at wing back. That's what I think. Uh, it's just it hasn't been working out that well, I think. And Reece James is a beast going forward. He's a tank, so there's no doubt that he should be at the right wing back instead of Aspilicueta. Anyway, left wing back is Ben Chilwell. We could say about something about Marcos Alonso, but well, he scored the winner against Man City, but in terms of I mean, Ben Chilwell, he scored 2 goals this month, and I think he's been our best player this month. Actually, he's our best player this month, and he will start this game hopefully because he doesn't make much errors. He's just solid at the wing back, and it's like he's never tired. Anyway, let's go to the midfielders. Midfielders, that's not tough to call. Even though Jorginho did the press conference, or not, he did an interview, so I don't think he will start because that's like two different things. So I think Kovacic and King and N'Golo Kante, they will start this game. That's just they're two massive players. Like I think they're both like our best signings in the past 5 years or so. Yes, coaches hadn't been good since he came in, like the first 2 seasons, but now he's just a beast, and you have to give it that. So I think it's gonna actually eat up Man City's midfielders. We're gonna be solid in terms of commanding the midfield, and then we move to the attacking midfielders. So this is the hardest to choose since none of our attacking midfielders were really brilliant or shining in the past games, and it's gonna be hard for Tuchel to pick, but the training actually showed some progress in maybe not finishing, but in terms of who should be actually in the lineup from the start. And that's gonna be Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount for me. Now, Hakim may be controversial since, well, it's just how it is. And I mean, he hasn't been playing that much recently because Pulisic was playing instead of him, and Pulisic has been, I will be honest, he's been dreadful for us in the past games. So I think, like, looking at the training, looking at how he scored his goals against Man City, he can shoot outside of the box, and that's exactly who we need. We need someone who can shoot outside of the box when it's like we can't like penetrate the defense. We need someone who can actually shoot from outside the box, and Ziyech proved that he can do this, and he seems like he's the only player alongside with Mason Mount who can actually do this. So both of them are starting. Mason Mount, no voice here, he's our player of the season. He actually automatically starts every game. And the forward, this is a headache. Forward, we don't have like brilliant forwards, but we have talented forwards. Tammy Abraham, I think we shouldn't even talk about him here. We shouldn't speak of him. I think he won't even make into the 21-man bench. He won't make the bench. I don't know. I think he might, but the chances are pretty slim. Anyway, we move on to Olivier Giroud. Now Giroud, he's our wild card, kind of like a power sub, like a Pulisic, because I think like with Pulisic, we need him towards the end if things are desperate and we need a fast goal, yeah. Because if we sub in Ziyech, he's not that kind of fast player. He's a slow, not really slow, but like he creates chances, alright. And Pulisic, he's someone who actually makes the goals happen. And what I'm saying is that if we're desperate for a goal, we put in Pulisic like we did with Real Madrid. and that's also the same with Olivier Giroud. I think he should start in the extra time if things are bad, and I honestly wanted to go with Kai Havertz, but Timo Werner, his presence on the field is undeniable. How he is actually might be our like most like key player in the squad right now, alongside with N'Golo Kante, because I think Timo Werner makes all the runs in behind, puts pressure on the defenders, and I don't think Kai Havertz can do that as good as Timo. But Kai Havertz definitely deserves to play, and I think he will sub someone. And yeah, this is my starting lineup. Probably Ziyech won't start, but I hope he does. And that's it for today, boys. Hopefully we can actually do this. Hopefully we can win, boys. Come on, let's go, you Blues. Come on, we need to win. We need to make history again. Just like in 2012, when all those were against us, when we were the underdogs the whole tournament. This is all the stars are lining up, alright? Come on, you Blues, come on. We have to win. Now, in terms of a score prediction, is going to be KJ at start, and in the first 90 minutes, I think it's going to be 2-2. And in the extra time, I think someone like Ben Chilwell or Timo Werner, one of them will score the third and winning goal for Chelsea. So it's 2-3 to Chelsea. Come on, you Blues, let's go. We have to win. We have to make history.